Hello, everybody. Happy evening to you. If you're on this side of the planet, good morning to you on the other side of the planet or in between. Hope you're doing well, having a great weekend, and excited. So, welcome, Zen friends. If you're new to the channel, we got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, things we definitely can use in this human life, especially in 2025. So, there's room for more Zen friends. So welcome. Quickly, how the free readings work is we do go down in order. First come, first serve down the chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. You just put your question out there or ask for a general reading if you don't want to put your business out there. And free readings are generally 1 to 2 cards. If you're wanting a deeper dive into your question, and or want it prioritized, a donation of any kind will do that. I do honor that energy exchange, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, pulling more cards. And you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. The Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square are listed there. So you can also donate there. I don't have a set dollar amount because I know everyone's cost of living and uh, income varies across the world, right? So person to person, day to day, even, right? So whatever you give from your heart is the perfect amount. After I'm done with my donations, then any of my YouTube channel members, they get their second priority for their free readings over donations. You'll see their names in green with little badges. I have one here now. Nelia Maderos. Hello, my dear. So shout out to you. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, I got 2 levels. One level is the Zen Cricket, which is $2.99 a month. And then the Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. And in addition to getting prioritized during these sessions, on Fridays and Saturdays, I don't always get to all readings. Um, and sometimes not too many free readings either on occasion. And I do make sure to complete my donations and my YouTube channel members. It's part of their monthly membership. So I make sure to complete those. In addition to that, for the low price of $2.99 or $7.99, we also on during the week, Wednesday night, we have a couple hour session where both groups get together. We do tarot readings, oracle readings, past life readings, Q&A, talk about astrology, whatever you'd like to. And then my Praying Mantis level gets a special night on Thursday nights for a couple hours. And then after my Friday and Saturday night sessions and my Sunday afternoon session, we also spend about an hour with our Praying Mantis members. So it's unlimited readings, whatever, during those times. And you get to know me more deeply. It's more kind of an intimate experience because there's more chatting going on. And so if you're interested in that, there's a link down below for that. Just want to make sure you're aware that it's out there. And they also get advanced access to all the videos that I put out. And I am putting out quite a bit this year. And here's a few of them that are available to all of you now, but they get advanced access to these weeks in advance. I'm catching up since I was sick in December, but we're putting videos out. We had the Aquarius new moon video come out this morning, so you guys have access to that. So that's next week on the 29th. It's also the Lunar New Year, so Chinese New Year. It's the year of the snake. We go in talking about that. We also Uranus is going direct, the rule over Aquarius, so some interesting energy there. And then we have the I know it's a beaver, but they don't have a groundhog emoji. So just squint your eyes and pretend it's a groundhog. But it is the time Groundhog Day is coming up, I think, next Saturday. And that's when in the United States we have this ritual in Pennsylvania. It's an old Pennsylvania Dutch kind of tradition or ritual where they wait for this uh, groundhog to come up from its den And if it sees its shadow and goes back in, that means 6 more weeks of winter. If it doesn't get scared by its shadow, then spring comes early. We do pull cards for that. So in that reading, so we can find out, is winter going to last longer or is spring coming early? All right. So we have that. So we have like the new moon, full moon, and when the sun moves into a new sign last Sunday, Aquarius did go, I'm sorry, the sun did go into Aquarius. And we have a reading on that for the Aquarius season. And there's even a special little bonus where we pull a card for each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check that out. And each week, I also on Friday mornings have just a little quick Zen bite. It's a little bite-sized Zen bite that talks about a little tool just to maintain our Zen or return to our Zen. So those are all available out there too. So we got those. We got those. I also have quarterly solstice and equinox readings, 2025 energy forecast readings out there. We also have a monthly Zen gate where you have like 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Every month there's a special portal Zen gate, which we talk about as well. So you can see there's a lot of content that is free for everyone to help guide us this year as we go through a very um, adventurous 2025. It can either be an easy I don't know if it's going to be easy for anyone, but easier journey or a harder journey, right? So we have all these, and we also have a monthly quest video that just came out last Monday. So every month we put out one, and this one has to do with the mind and our mental choices, because we have 4 elements that we deal with in our humanity, right? Our thinking, our emotions, our energy, our physical, and then all that points back to our ethereal. And this is the journey that we're on. So a lot of free content. If you guys are, looking for some guidance on, and a lot of these have readings in them too, so that you can get some information from spirit too. So you get all that. So blah, 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 blah. Also, lastly, and we'll get into readings here. Thank you guys for your patience. I also want to start the year off by offering a drawing with the possibility of winning a personal recorded reading from me. And we had winner number 3 last Monday. We have next week. Can't believe it's the end of January already. And then I have one more that I'll have on February 3rd. So we've got 2 more drawings that are coming up, and you can just check out that video to find out how you can get into the drawing. So, all right. So that is the skinny bodini. And yeah, so we're going to be using the craft cards again here. These are the tarot. It's a standard tarot deck with some I like the coloring they used. It's like not as bright. It's kind of muted. It's a nice deck. So this is the one we're using this evening. So let's get into it. I hope everyone is well. All right. So up first, we got Nelia. So triple threat Nelia first. And then we have Marajana. I don't want to totally murder your last name without looking at it more closely. You'll be up after that. And then we have, let's take a look here about PayPal, PayPal. Maria will be up after that. And then back to Nelia. So that's where we're at for the donations. So we will head into those first. So Nelia, let's take a look here. Thank you for your first donation, your sticker with the woo 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 eyes. So what is your sister thinking about in her mind regarding our situation? Okay. Does she want you to call her and straighten things out? And what advice does spirit want to give you on what is best to do? All right. So what's your sister thinking about first about this situation, just to give you some insight into how to deal with this situation, right? Okay. And then does she want you to call you and straighten things out? Okay. One card. All right. And then what advice does Spirit want you to give on what is best to do? All right. All right. See what we got going on here. Now, the bottom of the deck energy, this kind of references the reading you had this morning. So thank you for your multiple donations. The Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. And what happens with that, this is that reminder that things go slow and it's giving you time to do your self-reflection because like time goes brrrr, right, and things kind of go still and it's very very slow. It's like if you ever watching a movie and you go frame by frame, it slows it down to give you time to raise your vibration, to understand what you're thinking, what your fears and emotions, everything we talked about in the morning reading. It gives you that opportunity to do that. So they want to start off just saying, well, we'll talk about all this, but one of the big pieces of advice is prepare first because you guys will eventually be attending a party, right? I think is what they said this morning. And I'm so sorry. There we go. Frog in my throat. So it's important to understand where you're at, play through when I meet, what are the kind of things that I want to say, and really prepare to avoid another blow up from Firestarter. Okay. So let's take a look here. It's always good to see you too. Oh, no problem. Go get some food. Go get some food. All right. So what's going on in your sister's mind, right? Of all things, temperament, slowness. She goes like things will eventually blow over, and we'll eventually da 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 da. I don't feel like there's an urgency there. This is the patience. Things will slowly go back to the way they were. Is what this energy is coming in here. Let's see what else she has. Yeah, it looks like she's focusing on her own joy. It's not bothering her as much as it's bothering you. I feel like she's just like, whatever, I'm focusing on what makes me happy, as per usual, right? And the sun, yeah. I mean, there is this, um, you know, all this victory and all this joy, joy, joy. So, that's what's funny, right? Sometimes when we're a slow cooker, it takes us time to heat up and time to cool off. The fire, I think it's from Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. They usually say that, and they kind of generally say that women are slow cookers and men are frying pans. Frying pans heat up fast and cool off fast. Slow cookers take a long time to heat up and a long time to cool off. But that's just a generality. I mean, it's we you can recognize the type of personalities. Your sister's a frying pan. She's cooled off. She's just like, I just want to deal with it right now. Whatever. I'm. It's more of a making a point than her really being upset because she's focused on her joy and this victory and the sunlight and everything else, and then you're there stewing over it, right? Stew in your slow cooker. So we'll see here. Does she want you to call and reconcile with her? Ace of Cups, happy, happy, overflowing. I don't feel like this is normally this means self-love. But it's funny because they're bringing through self-centered right now. She's like, "I'm happy. That's all I care. I'm you can or not." You know, that's the kind of energy that's coming in there right now. She's cooled off. She's not stewing over it. She's not, "Oh my god," she's like she heated up, she did it. She's like, I'm focusing on me." Let's see what Spirit's advice is here. So in addition to what they talked about this morning, yeah, it's important to look at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. The 10 of Swords is letting go of, these supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's, and looking into these feelings of fear, of lack, of being left behind, of being out in the cold, kind of that fear of rejection, you know, which is coming back to it's looking at that because if you don't, then there is this possibility to be manipulated by her again, right? Because that's what happens if I fear you're going to reject me and it matters to me. Then if you go, I, first of all, like crying, people will cry. Oh, I wish I would have had that. Now I'm sad and it's your fault. What? No, no, no. I'll make it better. I'll make it better. Right? Manipulation. Zzz. Or bully. Right? More so what your sister kind of goes to. Um, and there's a lot of reasons why she does that from earlier in her life and some of her fiery personality. But bully is like, I'm mad. I'm mad. Rah, 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 rah. You better. I can't believe it. Rah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You'll do what you want. And then ultimately, stage three, if those don't work, is rejection. It's silence. It's, um, not answering back, not talking to you, the cold shoulder. You'll do what I want or you'll get rejected again. And so you have to really understand and look at that trigger that's inside. Otherwise, you're just going to continue to fall into manipulative situations with her. And so that's an important thing to do to where it's not, you know, an angry rah fight against her when she tries it, but understanding why she's doing it out of fear to try to feel in control, try to feel safe. Because when you rejected her by not letting her come, she goes, "I'm going to reject you now." Right? We go into our 2-year-old mind and act like a 2-year-old when we're in fear, right? "Hey, you rejected me. Well, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home." What else? Yeah, it's the strength. Here's the lightning strike. Here's fire starter. And so it's important. The things we talked about this morning will really help you build the strength to be able to withstand the tower, the lightning strike moments where she comes out of nowhere. And then it's like, oh, I was watching something on Instagram. There's a lot of great um, psychologists and people who talk about communication and things. And one of the things he said is when people say something, harsh to you or whatever, he goes, a great way to respond to that is to ask, "Are you okay?" And I love that because it takes the attention off of what's going on and going and become it's compassionate. No, like, "Are you okay?" And not like that, but "Are you okay?" Sincerely, right? So I like that. And the Six of Pentacles. And I think we've talked about the Six of Pentacles before, um, but just in case, because it's always good just to be sure. But and this is for anyone else that this resonates with too. We do have this way out of balance, giving and receiving when we're growing up, and it gets out of balance because as children we don't know any better. Here's the Six of Pentacles. It's a small, like, I think it's from my Take 10 with Zen, so it's generally 10 minutes or less. But it's important to know, this out of balance giving and receiving. Like if we feel we have to do so much to deserve so little, that can be still running on autopilot in our subconscious that was developed when we were 7 years old and younger. And so there's some release that we can do to be able to bring in awareness of our worthiness to receive. And then instead of attracting this out of balance kind of interactions, then we can have more balanced interactions. So I feel like those are some things to look at and do. And again, I feel like it's going slow to give you time to do that, and that it's meant to be that it doesn't happen really quick that you try to reconcile because it'll just end up repeating over and over. So I feel like it's a good time of reflection that's happening for both of you but it's your energy is focusing on you. Why am I have these triggers? Why am I acting this way? Why do I let her do that? Why do I why does it matter so much to me? How am I defining myself by my relationship and interactions with my sister? So a lot of good stuff there. And then your fortune cookie, yeah, see that 5 of pentacles is about lack, and here you got your fortune cookie talks about lack. It says leading a spiritual life does not mean living in lack. Yay! This card asks you to release any underlying beliefs that you may hold regarding entitlement and worthiness that may be blocking your ability to receive. Okay, so if you watch that Six of Pentacles video, watch it again. When you have an abundance of wealth, both inner and outer, you'll have an abundance to give and to share with others. So that is about looking inward and understanding, um, that uh, piece of that. So that's what we have for you for that first one there, Nelia. So thank you again for your first donation. And then for your second one here with a sunglass emoji, thank you for that donation, of course. You want any messages regarding your current workplace? Anything you need to know? And LeMay's thoughts about you and your work. All right, so let's take a look here. Any messages about your current workplace? Okay. And then what about LeMay's opinion? Their opinion, right? About your work. All right, so what's going on here at the work here? Oh my goodness. Okay. So the first card that comes up is the Ace of Cups. So when I see this card, I'm just hearing follow your heart, follow your heart. Your heart will lead you, follow your joy. Um, the Seven of Swords, there is a lot of deceit, a lot of secrets, a lot of gossip, a lot of stuff that's just going on. It just feels like it's um turning into an environment that's no longer matching your energy with your evolution, things that you've done. I do feel like you're being drawn somewhere else, and that's why your heart is trying to lead you somewhere else. And oh my gosh, and you got so let me see here. I'll try to do it this way. See if I can put them all up there. So you've got, first of all, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, that's you. Powerful. Whatever you put your mind to and your energy to, you can really accomplish a lot. But it also is an energy that, the little black kitty in there represents the queen, the cups energy behind the scenes, which allows you to connect to spirit empathically and emotionally. But the spiritual energy of the Queen of Wands means you get messages, you get synchronicities, you can ask them for assistance, right? The Three of Cups is your spiritual posse on the other side. And the Hermit is also this invitation to step back and connect higher. So all three of these coming in together is about spirit is guiding you and nudging you that there's somewhere else that's better for you, something that aligns with who you want to be, what you want to accomplish, and what you deserve. You deserve to be recognized and have community and have people who think like you and support one another, right? Then the nine with the Hermit card also kind of represents this energy. When I see it, I feel like work from home kind of things where you have this ability. If you are able to work from home, maybe that is something to look into and going, is there a job where I can work from home um and be away from where I am now? Either still working for the company, but you're out of all that chaos, or for a completely new company, which is what I feel are nudging you towards. Um, there's just a lot of secrets, a lot with that Seven of Swords, just a lot of, um, I don't say selfishness, but it's a focus on the bottom line and how much the company can make. Uh, it's like employees last, bottom line profit first, customers second, because we need customers to bring us profit, and employees third. You're the last one that gets the crumbs. And I feel like that's just going to continue to get harsher and harsher and harsher. So that's why I feel like they're just trying to nudge you to kind of step into a different avenue. Now, Leme, if I'm saying their name right, what do they think of your performance? What is their overall um, opinion, their thoughts on your work? So you have the strength card here, which does show that uh, they kind of see you as someone who's, I would say, headstrong, um, but you get things done. But they know that when you get passionate about something, that you kind of get bullheaded a little bit. I feel with this energy, work wise, right? You're like, especially when you know that you're right and you have the best solution, and people just won't listen. You will get adamant, and he sees that. He's like, okay, I get it. We have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is also this energy of happiness, and you try to keep a positive, upbeat, energy. This is how they perceive you. um just this other card is like you're strong and everything. You can have really good and be easy gone and da, 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 da. And then if someone, again, the very, I feel like it's not too often about this bullheadedness, but they have experienced somewhere that is on their mind about, yeah, and when you want something, you go after it. When you believe in something, you will go to battle for it. Yeah, and a lot of passion, Ace of Wands. So there is this energy that you do want to um you know uh like energy, go. You're not a slacker, you're like y- a achiever. You just want to do all this. Seven of Pentacles, this is the interesting energy because it's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And the thoughts they have is like, I'm not going to be able to bring in the harvest that you're wanting. And there is this thinking that we're not going to have you around for long if I can't get you reward. But the Seven of Pentacles is about patience, and it just draws things out and takes forever for them to be able to do things. And they understand. This goes back to that Seven of Swords, where they know the initiatives on raises and different things like that. They're like, we're not going to be able to do a whole lot because we're focusing on profit and trying to expand or survive, maybe even. And so they're like, we're going to have to do this so that we can maintain the profits and blah, 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 blah. So raises are minimal and it's going to take a long time. And we need to slow promotions, and we need to do this. And we need to assign people more duties, and we're not going to be able to replace people. So people just have to take up the slack. And it's that kind of thing. And they're really looking at it going, oh my God, we're not going to have you around for very long. And I think they're right. All right. So that's what's coming in for that. Let me I feel like I want to go to these well-being cards for the work for the teachings of Abraham by Esther Hicks. Let's see here. What's your fortune cookie? Yep, here it is. So you have, I choose my unique path to joy. Follow your joy. Like we said, can't make that up. And it says on the back, no one can create in your experience, for no one can control where you direct your thought. On the path to your happiness, you will discover all you want to be, do, or have. So this is that follow your joy, that Ace of Cups you got in the beginning. Follow your joy. the path is going to lead you somewhere else. So that's what they have for that one for you, Nelia. I know. Exciting. All right. Then we'll circle back for your free reading eventually. And then for your number 3, with your your crazy looking emoji sticker there. Thank you for your additional donation. So, a general for the next 4 months, anyone coming towards you in anything you need to know. All right. Let's see what the most important things are for the next 4 months. All right. All right. So that's month 1. Like you got month 2. Here is month 3. And that one. And I specifically want that one there. For month 4. All right. So the next 4 months, the underlying energy just for the entire 4-month period on the bottom of the deck, you do have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, harvest, creativity, new birth, new. But taking care of you, putting yourself first, and what is best for you, right? Again, that kind of coming in. Follow your heart, follow your joy. Where does it want to lead you? So, month number 1. Yeah. So you've got the Sun card and the 3 of Cups. There's a lot of joy and celebration and victory with this coming in here. So I like that. But amongst all of this, I still feel like there's this emptiness because the 3 of Cups is your spiritual posse we were talking about before on the other side, right? And then, but the Sun is shining a bright light on your life. And it's trying to show you and bring a lot of clarity. And when like the light in the room, it's so big and bright like the sun, you see the cobwebs in the corner, you see everything, but they're really bringing a lot of clarity for you in this next month, whatever you consider in this 4-month period, whatever the first month is for you. You're like going to get a lot of clarity around what it is that you want to do. And I like that. And then when in doubt, ask spirit too for guidance, synchronicity, and they will show you, but they don't meddle in your life unless you ask them to or had previously asked them to. So I like that. Month 2 coming in here. Yeah. You balance the head and the heart with the King of Cups. And the 6 of Swords is about leaving old ways of thinking behind and movement. And I do see that with this energy. You're changing thoughts, you're realizing things, you're gaining clarity, and you're making action. Month 2 is the internal change of thought is creating external change and action in your life. And the balance between the head and the heart means you are sitting with your heart and just not getting out of the supposed to be and should be and blah blah blah. And where does my heart want to lead me, right? This joyful path. I feel like in the first month you're getting a lot of clarity on what that path is, and month number 2 is you're actually taking action and steps towards it, which brings us to number 3. Yeah, so month 3 is about being true to your authentic self, community, finding your community, and making plans here with the 2 of Wands. Where is it that you want to do? Where is it that you're wanting to go? And I just feel like decisions are made, and I kind of feel like month 2 plans are being made, but month 3 with this um, creative energy of the 3 of Pentacles, I feel like you are taking action on actually making the change and seeing the impacts of the change, because it's about creation and creativity, and you're creating it. So I like this for you, which brings you to month 4. In month 4, yeah, that's where the end of a major cycle and the beginning of the new adventure. And you've got the Knight of Swords, which is again movement of thought and belief and mindset, and a lot of putting the thoughts into action because the nights are a very big action energy that comes in here. Now, we're talking about someone coming into your life, and I don't feel like there's anyone serious. There might be some little false starts or little sparks that fizzle out. Sparklers that lose their sparkle, and they're gone. You're like, oh well, bye bye. But I feel like with where you're going, and I feel like that's so important to follow your path of joy because it's taking you out of the situations that you're in. Where you end up is where you'll find love, because it's uh, a change of environment and it allows a change of energy, and you're more open to receiving with that too. So I do feel like there's no one serious in these 4 months, but I feel like where you're headed, if you take these steps and do these things based on current energies, like if we looked at month 5, month 6, month 7, that's where we would see them appearing and sparking and things um, evolving um, and growing regarding like a relationship or someone there. But because I feel like all this change is necessary to change your energy and to change your location, because I don't think you're going to be around where they would normally be till you make these changes. And then you happen to be right in each other's path then. Interesting. So that's what they have for that. Let's get you on an art of manifestation. Okay, boom. Yeah, they're like, take action now, capital NOW. So it is time. So this is a clear and unequivocal message that action on your part is needed now. Manifestation is not only simply a process of visioning in and dreaming about your desires. When an opportunity is offered to you, you must also take action. Pay attention to the signs and move forward fearlessly. There you go. So, very clear message. I love it. All right. So, that's what they have for that one, Nelly. And I see you have another one. So, we'll circle back around in just a moment for your other one. All right. So, Mariana, um, is it Ivanazevic? I probably murdered that. My apologies. But thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. Anyone to know, will you hear good news in February? All right, let's take a look here. Yes. Hello, hello. All right, let's take a look here. Hey, Faith and Love. Hello, hello. Sorry, I didn't recognize you coming in here. So hello. Shout out to another of my YouTube channel members. So let's take a look here. Are you going to have some good news coming in February? Let's take a look here and see. Well, I kind of want that one, and this one here too. So let's see here. I like this energy on the bottom because you have the Emperor Aries energy, which is very much this it's an empowerment card because the Emperor, it's their it's stepping into their power and realizing, they are surrounded by all these people with opinions on what the empire should look like and be and everything around it. But the emperor realizes, wait a minute, when he's trying to please everyone else, he realizes, I'm the emperor. Thank you guys for your opinions. Clear the throne room. I'm going to make some decisions, going to put a plan together, and then we're going to take action behind it. And so that's why I feel like with February, you're in control. And you know, the definition of good news is up here. We're the ones that have the story. We're the ones that get to determine it. We're so blessed. We have so many perfect things happening every second. We've got good news all the time. Just sometimes we can't see it because of our mindset is focused on the lower vibration fear, and we can't see things because we don't see the world as it truly is. We see the world as we are. And so if I'm feeling low, I'm going to see a lot of lowness out there, um, or bad things, right? If I am feeling good on the inside, then I'm going to see a ton of good news in the outside world too. So I like this energy in the bottom of the deck, just starting off saying you have the power over your life. Good things don't come, bad things don't come, neutral things come. And then when it goes in here, we put a story of good or bad. We choose an emotion of good or bad, good being higher vibration, bad being lower vibration, right? Our energy, our actions. So I love this. So let's see what comes out here. What else do they want you to know here? Well, so I do feel here, after saying all that, they just kind of wanted to start off with that foundation because after all that, you have a great opportunity for easy choices to choose good things. Because you have here the star card, which is hope and dreams come true, and the world card, victory and success and movement to a new level, you know? So all of that said, boom, right? So, but I feel like you're gonna have a great opportunity to to choose. This is good news. I feel like it's gonna be an easy choice to choose it with that coming in, right? But I feel like they wanted to say that you have good news every day. And there was this little, I forget his name, cute little like 9-year-old boy. I think he was from like India. Um, and he was like a little master in a little boy's body because he was saying, whatever you focus on, you become a master of, you know, like you can choose to find the bad things or the you know the bad things in everything, and then you become an expert. That's what he said, an expert, not a master. You become an expert at being able to find something wrong in a situation when no one else can. He was so cute. But he goes, but also you can become an expert on continually trying to find the good in things, and then you become an expert at being able to find the good in things when no one else can. And I love this kind of energy that's coming in that with that here. So, and then your next card here, yeah, you have the peace of mind. So I feel like you have this rest. Your mind is put to rest in February. Yeah. And I feel like you kind of get to a point here too with the 10 of swords. The 10 of swords, they're not dead, they're exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations. All that people pleasing, right? All that we grow up with all the long list of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, and it's exhausting trying to achieve all that. And when we have that and we have that focus, that's where our pressure comes in when we feel like it's supposed to be that way. There's a wonderful soul. Her name's Byron Katie. If you ever have a chance to check her out, she's got a free website, thework.com, just TheWork.com. It's all together. And she has this saying that when her expectations and her thoughts battle reality, her thoughts lose, but only 100% of the time. It's like, it's so true. We have all these roles and all these things that we feel are supposed to happen in life, and we spend all our time focusing on what's going wrong. But when we change our mindset to focus in on what we love, finding the good in things, gratitude for what is, then our energy changes and invites more things that match that energy. But also, we are able to see all the blessings that are around us. The more we focus on lower vibration and the things that aren't going right, the more of that we see, and the more of it we draw in things that match that energy too. So I like that it feels like in February, you're ready to let go of a lot of that crap. And with that's what this Ace of Swords down here, that they're resting on does. The Three of Swords on the wall represent expectations, which is, you know, really all of these multiplied. But the Ace of Swords allows you to see things from that higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love and joy and laughter and gratitude, and it switches and changes your life. I know it did me. Like, you know, gratitude journals were so overdone, and Spirit was like, "I'd like you to try that, you know, for just 30 days." And I'm like, "Oh, really? Gratitude journals, blah, so boring." They're like, "Just try it for 30 days. That's all I ask. It's for you." And I'm like, "All right. I know you love me and you have the best thing, so I'll do it for 30 days and I'll try not to repeat things that I'm grateful for 30 days." Well, I hit the 30 days and of course they were right. I felt so different. I was seeing how many things I was blessed with. Hadn't repeated anything in that. And I'm like, I'm going to continue this until feel like I don't need to do this anymore. For almost 5 months I continued doing it and I never repeated anything about what I was grateful for because I was realizing all the things I was grateful for and all the things that I was blessed with. And then as my energy had changed, more things were coming in to be grateful for, matching that. And I was like, wow. And I stopped at like 5 months, not because I ran out of things to be grateful for. I was just like, I had changed. It was this expert in finding gratitude in things and with things that happened I would look to see why is this happening for me, where's my gift in this, and what blessing is coming from this, and I see it, and it just grew more. So I encourage that, if that interests you. And then what else here? So you got the 8 of Cups. I do feel like in February you do walk away from emotions that don't serve you anymore. You have the Empress, yeah, so birthing and harvest and abundance, so that's a good card, that's good news, right? And you have the 9 of Wands too. I feel like you have a breakthrough in February because normally, like, before they grab a hold of that Ace of Wands, that would fit, like, right here in that spot, and it would be a blockade, right? But I feel like in February, you really are stepping into your power and you're realizing wherever I focus my energy is what grows and expands. And when we hit this little, like you're walking down a canyon and here are these 9 big, tall, staves, and like, I can't get through, I can't go over. But one of those staves, one of those big, huge magic wands is glowing. And you're like, I think that's mine. And you reach out and you grab it and you're able to take power of it. That's the wherever you focus your energy is what grows and expands. And as you take that and you step into your power, realizing I'm the one who draws things into my life or repels them away by my focus on higher vibration or lower vibration, and I'm taking my power back. And when you do that, you suddenly realize when you remove that magic wand, it opened up a space for you to flow right through it. And I feel like this allows you movement in February to step forward where maybe there was a blocks before too. So I love that for you, and I feel like I want to go here to the well-being cards, teaching of Abraham for your fortune cookie, and see what their final message is here for you. All right, that's the one. Wow, desire is the beginning of all creation. Here's that creative energy. Says, in allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire more. And that is that allowing it to come towards you. Because when we're wanting and needing and fearing, that energy pushes things away from us. We're not in the energy to receive when I'm focusing on lack, when I'm focusing on what is not happening. And my energy of wanting and needing tells the universe, or our energy does this. It's if I'm wanting and I'm enjoying wanting, is what, when I'm focusing on wanting, I'm telling the universe I enjoy wanting. When I focus on needing, I'm telling the universe I enjoy feeling need. And it's like, well, I can't bring you what you're needing because then you'll stop needing. I can't bring you what you're wanting because then you'll stop wanting. So your energy pushes it away. But that gratitude is what opens up the gateway for receiving, like it's saying. So it's like, yeah, what can I be grateful for? But overall, it seems like there's a great opportunity for a lot of uh, good news in February. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So up next, we have via the PayPal, we have Maria. Then we'll jump back to Nelia. Check timestamps here. And then we have Dominique. And then we will have Delcy Joy. Hello, hello. And then to Rhoda. And that's where we're at with donations right now. All right. Great. Hey, Maria. So donations get priority, and then my YouTube channel members get second priority as part of their membership. And the free readings, it'll be a while before I get to those, and we'll see how many of those I get to this evening. So if you do want to be prioritized a donation of any kind, or becoming one of my YouTube channel members will ensure that I get to your reading this evening too. There's links for those in the description box. So, okay. All right. So, Maria, thank you so much for your donation. Yeah, if you, I don't know if they'll, yeah, I have followers in Norway, so I love it. Beautiful country. Um, from what I've seen. I know I follow a musical artist, Aurora, who lives in Norway, and I've seen some of the countryside. I'm like, oh, maybe that's where I'll retire someday. But you can use the super chat or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square, whatever is available. Some of that is international stuff. So, all right. Yeah, I have followers all across the world, and I'm so grateful. What a great thing we have here to be able to do that. So, all right. So, Maria, thank you for that donation. Let's take a look here. So, the evening edition of it's the nights of your lives instead of the days of your lives. So, what are Walter's feelings and thoughts towards you tonight? Okay, that's that. And then overall on your relationship with Walter, what are his thoughts overall? Okay. And then any time frame that you and Walter will have a sleepover. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Let go of expectations, right? Just a reminder of your reading. And then any little extra we can find on Walter for you and him. So let's see what else they want you to know here. Oh, yeah, sorry. Maria P. I'm so sorry. You're like, "What? Am I reading already?" I'm like, "Oh, so sorry. This is for Maria P, who she made a PayPal donation." Let's see. What else here? Okay. Yeah, we do know that. Okay. So, feelings and thoughts towards you tonight. So with the 7 of wands here, there is a bit of a passion with that energy. And with this combination of the 5 of pentacles, that is this feeling of lack tonight. And I like that. I feel like there is this kind of missing you, emptiness kind of thing here. And the 7 of wands is about not dimming light, not trying to um, ask permission to shine and defend who they are and what they're doing and things. But I just feel like they're just like torn between that because they do, um, you know, they don't want to hurt people like their ex and their future ex and their child, and I just feel like they're kind of like I wish I could do more, and uh, but I feel like I have to kind of shrink my light a little bit right now, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So, so just know that he's not, disconnected and all that, you know. He's just like, "Oh, wow, I wish I could have it all and duplicate myself so that I could be with you," you know, while also doing everything else I feel like I have a responsibility to do kind of stuff, right? So that's the kind of tonight I feel like he's like torn with that. And then overall, with your relationship with Walter, what are his thoughts? We got 4 cards. We had the 8 of Pentacles, which is about putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and having the progression. Um, we also have another 8, the 8 of Cups, leaving behind emotions that don't serve and moving forward. These are very flowing energies, which are positive. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, and letting go of expectations with the 10 of Swords, not wanting to try to please, you know, everyone. He's getting exhausted trying to do it all. And then the Ace of Pentacles, he does see this as, you know, abundance, and it is something that he sees as good in his life. There's a lot going on in his life. Obviously, we know that with previous readings and you with knowing him, of course. But there's this energy overall looking at like things are moving along in my life. I'm clearing things out of my life. I'm getting out of my mind around things. I'm trying to step out of people pleasing, and and they see it as like this new opportunity for the future. But I feel like the big thing that they have so much going on. They see that as like the light at the end of the tunnel of the relationship with you, but they got so much that's on their plate that you know, that just requires attention. And then any time frame when you guys will have a sleepover. Hmm. So you have the Page of Wands, which is this energy of future. You know, it's an upgrade, future passion. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, kind of energy here. But it is, you know, you can see the scales when his outside life balances more. Is really what I feel with this, because there is this, oh, just so much, you know? But we go back to, you know, your reading that you had, right? Where it's, remember gratitude for what I do have. When we start to look at when am I going to have that and that and that, we start focusing on lack. And what does that do? It pushes them further away. When we focus on gratitude for what they are doing and who they are being, then that brings in more into our life. Our energy is open for that. So just be aware. You know, it's nice to every once in a while go, oh, I'm just wondering when will that be. But if it becomes, you know, a focus, then that ends up pushing him further away, and then that pushes the event. And that's why I feel like the Page of Wands is coming in, is taking your power and realizing whatever you focus on with your energy is what happens, right? If I focus on the want of it, if I focus on gratitude for the time we are spending together and saying, I would love for them to be able to stay overnight once, and thank you. It's going to happen the perfect time, the perfect way. And I'm so grateful for all the time that we do spend together. You know, yeah. Or that you want it, you know, because focusing on wanting it is what, you know, sends it. It's like, it's not enough. I want more, more, more. It's like, have gratitude for what you do have, and it naturally comes. When we're focusing on that it's not there, then it's just further away, right? And then any little extra you can find on Walter. So, for you and him, you do have the Fool card, which is the ending of cycles and the beginning of new adventures. You actually have the Death card here too. So, transformation, moving, and the Fool card is like the first card in the major arcana. The last card is the World card, right? And that's like you reach a pinnacle and then you go to another level. So there is this transformation of your relationship later, and I feel like they just want you to know that it is something that happens, but it's something that's not, again, with a lot of expectations, not with all of this, because this is what he's trying to avoid, is all of the intentions, supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, because it just sucks the life out of things. And you spend all this time just trying to get up to ground zero and you're exhausted. Whereas when we have very little expectations and we're enjoying and having gratitude, all this, we live a life of abundance because we're looking at, look, all this. But when we have expectations, there's only this much abundance because all of this was just to get to here. And so that's how we live a more abundant and fulfilling life, is let go of all the rules and focus on the adventure and on the joy and the gratitude of the things that we do have. So I like that. Yeah. Enjoy, 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 right? And then I feel like we want to have an Art of Manifestation Oracle for your fortune cookie. So let's take a look here. Okay, there we go. And you got, yeah, take a risk, step out of your comfort zone. I like it. Ripples. So it says, feeling safe and secure is a wonderful experience. But if we remain in our safe zone for fear of change, we create a limiting and restrictive environment that can ultimately lead to stagnation and the loss of our creative potential to manifest our greatest contribution to the world. Let go of fear and take a risk. So that's like that full card. It's they leap off the edge into the world. It's kind of what the full card does. But it's about, yeah, um, our need to know, when are they going to leave them? When are they going to be with us? With just me, and when are they going to stay overnight? And when are they going to choose me? And when is this? And when is this? When is this? Is that control? Because I need to feel safe and in control. So I need to know. And this is like throw all that out and risk enjoying the adventure instead of trying to control the adventure. So I like that. Absolutely my pleasure. And thank you for all your donations. I very much appreciate that too. So, yay. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings. Enjoy your evening. All right. And then up next, we have Dominique. Hello, Dominique. Simon or Simone. I like that. Dominique Simone. Sounds very French. So thank you for the little sticker and your donation. And then you want to know, will Ty reach out about meeting tomorrow or not? All right. Let's find out here, Dominique. So are they going to reach out about meeting tomorrow or not? 1 and 2 and 3. And anything else? Just around Ty in general. All right. So let's take a look here. What do we have going on here? Okay. All right. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we do have, excuse me. Wow, I had a tickle in my throat. You had the Four of Wands, which is joy, like a joyful celebration and a joyful gathering. And the Two of Cups here is, relationship with someone. So this is this energy of, I feel like they have joy and they're looking forward to getting together. So that's a good underlying energy to know there. Will they reach out? Got the High Priestess here, which is an interesting energy about, because the High Priestess steps away and goes into her High Priestess temple, away from the chaos, and is kind of pocketed away in, it's kind of like a hermity energy. And I feel like I feel like they will reach out, um, but I feel like with this Six of Swords, which is, swords are communication and it's about movement of communication. the Knight of Wands is like suddenly like, um, which is so what I feel like is they're not like a big planner. They're not a big confirmer of things. Like they'll be like, um, not the night before, but if like meeting tomorrow, they'll like an hour before you're gonna meet, hey, just making sure we're gonna meet. And you're like, yeah. So I feel like that's the kind of, you know, the Knight of Wands is kind of like a fly by the seat of my pants person, and so I feel like they will, but I feel like it's not going to be, you know, you know, um, happening very fast. I mean, like not way in advance. That's coming in there. Um, yeah, and then I mean, we've got the Three of Cups, which is another joy card, like the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Swords has to do with their mindset with things. And I feel like that's just what spirit wants you to know is like this is the way they kind of roll and it's not personal. They just kind of aren't with this 8 of swords. I normally don't get it with this, but it's like a disorganized kind of individual. Like they set alarms on their phone. Well, they have like they put things on their calendar and the alarm they have set tells them an hour before and they're like, "Oh, that's right. Hey, are we still on?" It's like, "I get it." So I feel like they will reach out, but I feel like it'll be tomorrow, not so much tonight and with their confirmation. And then I want to grab you an Art of Manifestation Oracle for your fortune cookie. I was trying to think what a fortune cookie was called. Wow. Yay! So say yes. I like this. So this is a big yes, just so there's no doubt that they will. Says, what are you waiting for? The answer to your question is yes. So I like that. That's probably the only kind of card like that in this deck. So that you get a big yes, they will confirm. It just like very short not very short notice compared to like that's what I do, right? I have Capricorn rising though, and I'm Aquarius sun, so I get into like I love my spreadsheets and my planner, and I'll be like looking at tomorrow and go, okay, yeah, let me reach out. Hey, are we still on for tomorrow? Yep, okay, good. And then I know I have to do that, right? But not everyone's like that. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Right, Maria Amethyst. Haven't finished donations or my YouTube channel members yet. So free readings won't be for a while, and I may not get to them tonight. A ton of them. So yeah, it's not your turn yet. Gonna be wow. All right. And then we're jumping over to Delcy Joy. Thank you so much for your donation via Zcash app. And then after that will be Rhoda, and that actually will be it for my donations so far. And after this, then if I don't get any other donations, then I will jump into my YouTube channel member free readings. All right, so Delcy. So you want some information here around creating a high profit coaching business for 2025. All right. So let's see what energy Spirit wants you to know around this endeavor. All right. What else? We have that. We have those. And that one, that one, that one. That's the etc., etc., etc. All right. So let's scooch these over here and these go on the bottom. All righty, 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 righty. So at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Nine of Cups. I love that because this is like a dream you have um, about, dreams come true, right? Hello. So, you've got this this is your dream to help people, and I feel like it's like your um just with astrology even, I feel like it's part of your energy. Like if someone evaluated your birth chart, they would be like, "Oh, you're all about helping people achieve," and like that coach, kind of energy of um, cheerleader, guide, um, motivator, blah blah blah. And so I feel like it's part of that. Even on the bottom of the deck, you have the page of wands underneath that, which is that's your energy, that's your power. It's one of your superpowers that you came in with, and so I feel like this is, right up. Sorry, I keep slipping off my chair. This, you know, ability. You have these natural abilities, but then also a lot of skills you've developed through your own life, and the combination I feel is very supportive of doing that. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what else we have here. So these two cards together, yeah. I like this because the Page of Swords is clarity and showing that you have the knowledge and the power, that you don't have to fear disappointment, you don't have to fear failure. Um, and we'll talk here about, because you said high profit, so we'll look at profitability here. But I feel like the first thing is to face the fear of failure and realize that when it is your dream, you will not give up. There's nothing that can stand in your way when it's your dream. When we're trying to live someone else's dream, yeah, we wake up going, "Oh crap, I got to go live my dream today." And then we're like, "I tried." you know. But when it's our dream, we're like, "Nothing's going to stand in my way. If I fall down, I'm getting right back up. Nothing's keeping me down." Right. And I feel like that's the kind of energy that's coming in here, is realizing you have the ability and the power and the knowledge to do this. Um, but we have to just face that fear and realize I will never fail at this, because I'm going to keep trying until I succeed, and I'm going to keep going after it because this is my dream, right? You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is, it takes a little bit of time. Boop, doop, 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 doop. It's the slowest moving knight out of them all. But so it is about, you can do it, but it takes time. It's not going to be an overnight type of, you know, da-da. And when we focus on, I got to make it big, it's like when you do what you love and you focus on doing what you love, growth happens organically and naturally. When we attach our worth and success of our dream to like likes on YouTube and followers and how much I'm bringing in and how is it compared to others and blah, 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 that is lack energy. That is opposite of following our joy and loving what we do. It's that whole gratitude versus lack, right? When I'm loving it and I can't wait, more and more come. I can tell when I start falling into that, because I start losing my steam. I'm like, oh, record another video. I got to get this done. It becomes a task instead of going, wait a minute, no, this is not right. This doesn't feel right. Instead of going, I want to do this to share and hear from spirit and share spirit's messages, then I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. There's my why. There's my true north. And I can feel when I'm going off and I'm focusing on evaluating and judging my dream by human comparing standards, right? And it's like, wow, what does high profit mean? I'm profiting. Everyone that you help is profit. Maybe not financial profit, like I want to be, a millionaire, but it's like, if money didn't matter, what's your joy? And then you return to that and go, yeah, this is my joy. I love helping people. Like seeing the ahas when things click. And I like seeing how people take these tools and apply them, and I love being a part of that, right? And so I like that. Underneath all that here, yeah, here's the fear of lack and being abandoned, not having enough and being behind. That's the underlying energy under these cards, because you had those two cards, that card and that one underneath. So that is this, it's important for you to understand that that fear of lack and not having enough, and kind of look at something that helps me as I look at, um, when I'm 80 years old, 90 years old, and I'm looking back at my life, what would I, what do I want to have, wish I had more of? More money, more security, or that I touched more people, um, across the world and brought messages of hope and helped, people. Well, the latter, right? And so it's understanding those fears is an important piece of that. And then you have these two cards together. Yeah. So you have the Seven of Hearts, or the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, two sevens. Seven is a very spiritual number. So I like this, this energy coming in, because the Seven of Wands is about shine bright like the sun, not asking permission to shine, not dimming my light, not defending what I want to do or what I need to do. So it's getting free of the what people think, right? And the Seven of Cups is, there's so many different ways that you can express, um, you know, and so many different ways that you can impact others with this too. So I love that energy here. What's underneath here? Yeah, and joy. What is your joy? Joy, joy. Following your joy, and that's the biggest thing, is when we're living our dream, um, we're living our dream each moment of every day. My dream isn't when I reach that in the future and achieve this way off screen, okay, a little in, like here, um, then we're not living our dream, we're living an out for an outcome. And there's a difference between that. When I'm living my dream, I'm living it every second as I'm creating it. Every step, I'm living my dream. It's my dream journey. But if I'm like, well, I'll have reached my dream when, then we can look at, that's where that lack comes in. It's like, no, I can celebrate each step along the way because I'm living my dream. But when I get caught, like, I will have lived my dream and when I have 1 million subscribers, wow, I'm going to have so much unjoy until that time. So hopefully that makes sense. And then the last three cards here. Yeah, let's see what's this last one too. Okay, yeah. So you have the Sun, you have the Ten of Wands. This is victory and abundance. I like this, that we define what a successful business is. Um, we define what it means when my dream is coming true. Other people have opinion about supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, blah blah blah. No, you need to prove it. And that's when we get drawn out and trying to, when we fear what other people will think and what are people going to say. And it's like, it's my dream, I don't care what other people say. I get to decide what it means, and they get to decide what they want. They can have all the opinions they want, but that's their opinion, right? So I like that. And then underneath the bottom, you have the Two of Cups, which is emotional choice. I decide each moment how I feel. And that's such an important thing to realize in life, because when we have these, we definitely are given a lot of opinion growing up about when something happens and we get a whole bunch, all these things. When these things happen on this one, this is how you, what it's supposed to mean, how you're supposed to feel, what you're supposed to respond with, that with your energy and your physical actions. And everything we grow up with, we have all this inundation of rules around, but it's all opinion. And but we think they're rules, but they're not, they're just opinion. And when we have all of that supposed to, we fear the future. We need to know the future. I need to know what's next, because we feel like puppets. We're puppets to, um, what's happening in the outside world. What comes next? I'm a puppet, because what comes next means, oh, now because of this, I have to think this way, I have to feel this way, I have to act this way, I have to do this, and that becomes puppet on a string, right? But we snip those away when we realize, no, I get to decide. And I could theoretically decide everything the rest of my life that happens means it's a perfect, abundant, wonderful thing that's happening, no matter what the outside world says. I get to choose joy around it. I get to put out loving gratitude energy around it. And I get to have physical actions that reflect that. I could. It'd be boring. We come down here for drama and adventure. But stepping into that power, knowing that whatever you choose to feel and what story you put to everything, what actions you take are yours. Everyone else, it's their own business. They get to do whatever they want, but you get to choose your dream. You get to step into your dream. So it's very supported here, but I feel like it's important to let go of the high profit coaching and or define what high profit means, right? It's like it's profiting people highly, and it's also going to profit me highly, both mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and physically and financially in the outside world. But there's more to it. So I love that for you. Yay, boom, right? Isn't that wonderful? So that's what they have for you. Let's grab you here. I feel like we want to go to the well-being cards, the teachings of Abraham from Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks. Jerry's on the other side now. He's just supporting her now. He's probably hanging out with Abraham. Wow. All right. So I like this. Here's the one here that says, yeah, no one else needs to know this. And it says, it is not necessary for even one other person to understand these laws of the universe, for you are the attractor of your experience, just you. So, coming back here again to that message, other people's opinions, none of our business, right? Boom, boom, boom. Wow, all about well being. Well, great. Well, if you want a resource, check out Esther and Jerry Hicks. Esther, she channels Abraham. He's a higher being from a higher dimension, and she channels him. If you haven't heard of her, you probably have. But it's wonderful, wonderful, um, great energies. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I'm excited for your adventure. All right. And then we have two donations from Rhoda. Thank you so much, Rhoda. So we'll start off with your first one here. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. All right. Let's dive in here. So, how does this Zach feel about you? All right. Let's see what's going on in the heart of Zach towards you. Now, realize when we're asking how other people feel about us, there is that it's good to have the awareness that none of us see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So, there's like if I wake up feeling sick, my human's opinion of everyone else is going to be lower because it doesn't have a filter. It's looking at rah 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 rah. If I wake up in a very joyful, happy mood, then it's going to be a heightened, a different opinion of other people and situations, right? So we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So, when we're looking at how does he feel about you, a lot of that is an expression of how he feels about himself, right? So just keep that in mind as we do this. All right. So what does spirit want you to know about how Zach feels about you? I kind of feel like, and it's not like their current energies. Um, I feel like I want to like they want to give you like an average of how they feel about you, from the bad days and the good days. What's the overall mean average? Not mean being like mean, but it's like the averaged out feelings. I don't know why they're doing that. That's funny though. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, we'll see how what their overall, average, feelings are around that here. Now, the bottom of the deck, they do have the 3 of Pentacles here, so they have this, like you are true to your authentic self, and they see that you are unique and that you're different. Yeah, the statistical mean. Thank you, Faith and Love. So, I feel like they like that about you, that you're different than other people. You don't try to put on airs and you try to be what you think other people want you to be. I feel like you're pretty authentic and real, and I feel like if if he was asked, well, like, what's one of their biggest qualities? If in asking about you, they're like, they are real. They're not fake, which is a compliment in this day and age. So I like that. Let's see what these 4 cards are here. All right. There is a lot of energy there. Now, you guys have past life connections with the 6 of Cups. So you might feel like this draw to them in an unusual way where you're like, I normally don't feel like this strongly drawn to someone. Because you have the 10 of Wands, which is a lot of energy that is there and existing. And I don't necessarily feel like they understand. I feel like they feel it, but I don't feel like they get it. They don't understand what it is. I feel like you might be like, "Yeah. Yeah." So he's like familiar too, I would say. Like you're like there's something familiar about them like you've known them before and you have. You've known them in past lives. They've got a lot of internal conflict with the 9 of swords and the 5 of swords. So just know that it's I feel like they have had a lot of pain, a lot of things, a lot of safeguards, a lot of like walls up on their around their heart. Because all of this is telling me that they've got that, their heart would leap forward, and so now their mind is going, we're not going to let you do this anymore. You are you are restricted. It's like they have their heart on one of those little toddler restraining chains. You know how people walk around a mall with a toddler with a um, little vest on, and they have like a leash on their back. That's what he has with his heart. So just know that um, going into this, right? Um, yeah, and I feel here with the 3 of Cups that their feelings here. I don't know if you guys have like a friend group or friends who are mutual. I feel like they feel like you're part of their circle in a way. And the 6 of Swords is this energy. Oh, excuse me. um, well, spitting up. It's like there's this, their opinion has been changing. And I feel like when they first met or become aware, they kind of just put everyone in the same bucket. They're like, everyone's just acts the same. But then they were like, wow, you're different. And so I feel like even among like the group of people, oh, okay, group of friends, yeah. So that would be the 3 of Cups. That at first they thought, oh, you're like like them, and then they realize, oh no, you're not. You're different. You're unique in how you approach things, and maybe even how you dress, and um, you don't. It's like it's almost like you have your own style, kind of energy. Just this is the emotion I'm picking up. Like you're just different. You're just, and the more that you've, like you said a few times, right? I just feel like each time they go, wow, I'm really realizing that you're not normal. Not normal. You're not average. We'll say that. You're like, no, I agree. I'm not normal. But but they like that because that was like the energy on the bottom. And then what other feelings we have here? Yeah, with the Tower card here, yeah, I'm not normal. I'm Aquarius. I take that as a compliment. But the Tower card, this is a fear of people when they get close to people, and I feel like this spawns from earlier in their childhood, in their younger years, that they lost someone important in their life, and they had people who left, and like to death and to divorce or something maybe. But it's that kind of energy that they have, like when I get close to people, they leave or they die, or not so much die, but they leave, or and so they're very tentative and very slow in letting people in. And I feel like that's important to know. And when we're asking about their feelings, is like they've got these ideas, and I feel like they're a big thinker with all these swords. So possibly they're an air sign or Capricorn or Virgo. Um, but they do have this slowness in letting walls down and letting people in to see the heart, because the heart was hurt before and the heart doesn't know any better. It's like um, a child who always gets in the car with the strangers with candy. They're like, "We can't trust you, heart. I have to keep you on a leash because I can't let you at the door, and I can't let strangers near you either." Oh, and then through divorce. So that I think I feel like that is um, reflective of his early childhood. Though when I meant like divorce, I meant like his mom and dad divorced, and so his dad left or his mom left, and so he was feeling that when that happened, or like really close to a grandparent and they died, and so he's had this stuff that's happened, and it's just echoed throughout his life, you know being expressed in his own divorce and his own relationship, because when we have a belief enough, our energy brings it to pass. Self-fulfilling prophecy. So I feel like very slow in letting his emotions be shown. Let's see here. For this one, let's do the Art of Manifestation Oracle. All right, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, and we got Take a Leap. This is like the Fool's card here. And it reminds me of that because that's kind of what it looks like. This card's an invitation to take a leap of faith. Sometimes, even when we desperately desire change, we procrastinate and find all kinds of reasons as to why we should stay as we are. And I feel like this would be a message to them. It is completely understandable to be anxious when stepping into the unknown, and this card is calling them to trust and make the move. And so opening up, and so this is their fear. It's like this would be like what their journey is to be able to trust and take leaps instead of fearing, because that fear is what brings those self-fulfilling prophecies in, as to say. All right. So hopefully that gives you a little inkling of what's going on there, and that, they may not be having a lot of activation in their feelings and their heart, but they got some thinking going on in there. You are intriguing to them. They're like, you're different. Hmm. You know, so we'll see. You're welcome. And then for number two, thank you for your second donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. What do you need to hear most today? Oh, you are loved. You are lovable. You are love. Wow. Let's see what else they have to say. All right. Thank you, Rhoda. You're so nice. So the bottom of the deck, you have the Chariot card. So the bottom energy of you are the ruler of your world. Power of choice is such a huge, such a huge awareness in this lifetime, because we grow up being told, no, this is your only choice, lower vibration, you know, lower vibration stories, lower vibration emotions, lower vibration energy, lower vibration actions. That's your choice. When we realize in life that no, there's another choice, because we grow up, like we're talking about all the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's, have to be's and must be's and all that opinion. We grow up, we think that's truth. It's small t truth, rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love. And we think that's our only choice. But when we realize, oh, there's a whole another choice, there's no wrong choice either. It's either choices of higher vibration, which sounds like unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and power and limitlessness and freedom, or lower vibration, which is rooted in fear and sounds like limitation, powerless, and all that rooted in that lower vibration, anger, fear, depression, betrayal, all that juicy lower vibrational energy we came down here to experience. But every moment is a choice. And so when we realize that I can't choose for anyone else, now I can make it easier or harder for others to choose lower vibration or higher vibrations. Because if I get in someone's face and say, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 that's going to be difficult for them to choose unconditional love and easier to choose fear. But ultimately, everyone is responsible for their own choices. So we get to release the entire world to their own choices. We get to come back to our own front door and sweep in front of our own front door and realize every moment I choose the story with my mind about what I'm applying to a situation. Now, we might have an automatic reaction of when we're growing up that means bad or good or this or that or whatever, but we can ask ourselves, is that the story that I want to apply to this situation? Hmm. And then each moment I get to choose my emotion, higher vibration, lower vibration, but we'll have reactions that we grew up with going, when that happens, I'm supposed to feel heartbroken or supposed to feel joy or supposed to feel anxious or supposed to feel this or supposed to feel that. But it's like, is that the emotion I want to feel? I get to choose. And the energy that I focus on each moment, higher vibration, lower vibration, gratitude or fear, and my actions, I get to choose. So the power of choice being on the bottom of the deck, a very powerful thing that no matter what comes my way, I get to choose what it means. And especially in this, the way the world is now and the stuff that's going through, the world may say chaos, we're all going the world's going to end, and everything else, and it's like, well, that's a good story for you, but I we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are, and if I don't like the world I see, then that means I get to make different choices, right? If I don't like the story, I change the story. If I don't like what I'm watching on TV, I change the channel. I don't like the thoughts, I change my thoughts. I don't like the emotion I'm feeling, I can change it. I don't like the energy, I change it. I don't like my physical world, I'm not a tree. I can get up and move and change my physical world too. So I love that. All right, that's the bottom of the deck. You have the Page of Cups. So here is about, self-love and the higher vibration. Outside world equals unstable, temporary, unfulfilling, disappointing. It all points us inward and upward to that higher vibration, the eternal unconditional love of the higher realm. So I get to choose that. And when I'm looking for love in all the wrong places in the outside world, I'm going to feel that disappointment. I'm going to feel that emptiness, but it's all pointing me inward and upward. And then it's like, there it is. So we come down here to feel what feeling empty and lonely and not chosen feels like, or what it might feel like, because this is not real. We can never, never not be chosen, never um, be unworthy because of who we are. So I like this choice energy, this power that's coming in. Yeah, when we have beliefs in lack, feeling like we'll be abandoned, left behind, being left out in the cold, not have enough. Well, that's a story that we were told growing up. But when we realize, the Five of Pentacles is realizing Creator is source. They bring us what we need in each moment, not humans. And they might be the the shipping company that brings things to us, but they are the ones that bring us what our sustenance in each moment. And we can trust them. They're not fickle and unstable like the human characters. Because the human character, when it feels unsafe and out of control, goes into survival mode, will take everything back for themselves. And that's where we experience abandonment and being left behind, is from human characters, but never spirit. They're always with us. Yeah. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is joy, 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 joy. And the Eight of Pentacles is this transformational energy. It's like a caterpillar. We experience life as a caterpillar without awareness that we were more, that really within every one of us is a butterfly ready to transform. But we come down here to experience what it feels like to only want to eat leaves and get fat and walk along very slowly along the forest floor, fearing a bird is going to come eat me. And then eventually we get this spark within us that I want to climb up this tree on this branch, and I'm creating this cocoon around me. And then we begin our transformation where the caterpillar in us melts away, becomes caterpillar soup, and then we start transforming into a butterfly. And as we struggle to get out of the cocoon, that builds our wing muscles so that we can migrate thousands of miles and go places a caterpillar never could. They can't even cross a little stream this they'll drown, but a butterfly can flutter over a mile wide raging river and go, "Oh, look, I didn't even realize I did that." And they seek nectar and blossoms, not eating leaves. And they're all light and skinny. Woohoo! so so this is about the transformation, and that joy. Following our joy is what transforms our lives. That higher vibration is what we long to go and who we long to be. Yeah. And I like this. Seven of Cups is like there's so many emotions we can choose, and there's not a wrong one, just different choices with different experiences. And when we're ready, that Knight of Wands is they're on a quest of pursuing their power, realizing, you know, when we find our magic wand, we're stepping back into our power again. Coming back, this is one of the big powers, is the power of choice. I get to choose. You know, like spirit would they like I like learning through story. I grasp things better that way. And they were like, it's like a giant dinner table, and we're all seated at it, and we already ordered the appetizers that we're all sharing, but now we're going to order our entree, and we're the only one that's going to eat it. It's not like Chinese food where we're all going to eat off each other's entrees. It's this meal I can only eat. It's only going to be for me. Everyone has an opinion. You should order that. You should order this. No, you should order that. You should order that. And I'm like, thank you for your opinions, but I got to eat it. It's my life. I have to consume it. So I'm going to choose for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. And that's the power of choice. Right. And then let's pull your fortune cookie. Speaking of Chinese food, fortune cookie. Let's see what we have here. All right. Here is your fortune cookie. So what do we have here? To have and to hold. Card number 58. It says, healthy relationships are formed through love rather than need. It is such a human thing to hold on to others through fear and insecurity. But this dynamic can stifle a relationship's potential to flourish and actually push someone away. Give your relationships the freedom it needs to form a healthy foundation of trust. I like that. It's a good little fortune cookie. Another little, God, I don't even feel like that. Well, it is the power of choice, but realizing other people get to choose for them as well. Oh, that's been your theme today? Yay! I love validation, nurturing those healthy relationships. Beautiful. I love it. That's what they have for you, Ron. I'm going to call you Rhonda. Rhoda. Rhoda. So thank you again for your multiple donations and appreciate you. Many blessings to you. You are very welcome. All right. Let's see. We've got about 10 minutes or so. So let me jump in here. We're going to jump to the YouTube channel members. It's part of their monthly membership. And I'm probably not going to get through a ton of free readings, but if anyone makes a donation, I will come back on to complete any donations. I'm going to go spend about an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members here in about 10 minutes or so. But if you make a donation or you're one of my YouTube channel members, or become one of my YouTube channel members, I will also complete your reading. Otherwise, tomorrow is a special day on Sunday where if you come into, it's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Time. If you put your question there, since I only have that session there, after I spend time with my Praying Mantis members again, I eat and then I come back on and I finish all readings so we can make sure you get a message from Spirit. So if you've been patiently waiting and trying for a free reading, I don't get to you tonight, be sure to come back tomorrow during that time and we'll make sure to get a message from Spirit from you. Or you can do a donation or become a YouTube channel member and I'll make sure you get a message tonight. All right. So, Nelia Medeiros, your free reading went a general for March. All right. And thank you for all of your donations earlier today in this session, too. All right. Okay. Now, free readings are just 1 to 2 cards, just so everyone knows it's a little, they go faster. So your general for the month of March, wow, you have the full card here, which is about some new adventures and an opportunity to head off without a lot of um, expectations, a lot of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be's. So it's about going into a new adventure, a new cycle, an ending of old things. And we did a 4-month reading, right? So look at how March was that way for you. But the Two of Swords is about being in a crossroads and your mind is telling you one thing and your heart is wanting you to go a different. And the message here is close your eyes, open your heart, and follow your heart. Make this leap into this new adventure. You'll be very glad that you did because I feel like it's a very big decision. It's significant, but it's the difference between existing by following our minds and following our heart. So I like that for you. All right, that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Okay. uh, did I miss one of your readings here? I think I missed one of your readings, Nelia. I'm so sorry. I just realized here, when I was scanning down here, your sticker with the heart, because you were asking about a general on Megan and Keen's relationship. Will they date and be serious one day? How, etc. Investigate. I'm so sorry. So I still have one donation that I totally skipped over. All right, so we'll do that not real quick here, but let's find out here. So, will they date and be serious one day? So, will they date? And let's see here. Will they be serious one day? And what else about them here? Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Well, bottom of the deck, we've got the Lover's card. So I feel like they will have an important relationship with that here. Um, that's the underlying energy. So we're getting a yes right away. Okay. They're so funny. Will they date and be serious one day? And then you got the other Lover's card, which in the Two of Cups, important relationship. And the Seven of Wands here too. Seven of Wands is about them not worrying about what people think or say or whatever, but it's about them needing to get to that place where they don't dim their light, they don't um, ask permission to shine, and they have that, boldness to step forward and do it, right? Let's see what else they have here too. Ace of Wands. I feel like it's going to be very soon here, because we're wondering when, and we got the Ace of Wands, which is fire, 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 fire. Um, I kind of feel like with spring, because this energy of fire is like um, Aries is the first fire sign, and that's March 20th. So I feel like they'll maybe during spring, you know, season that it will kind of spark this year. Ooh, I know, right? Let's see what else here. Let's investigate. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. There's all of this outside world stuff. I feel like this is um, what is working itself out here, because I feel like there's stuff at home for both of them um, that needs to be sorted out, and that's what's been sorted out. And this eight is like, I don't know if finishing work, school. There's a lot of activity here, a lot of with all this pentacles. There's just a lot of stuff going on in both of their lives in the outside world. But we do have the Empress, which is, and the Six of Wands, which is victory, harvest, birthing of something new, and creativity and all of this. So, and again, very springy energy. And three is the month of March. So I feel like there's going to be some significant events happening in spring. So that is what they want you to know right now. And let me get you a fortune cookie here too. But I do feel like there's just a lot that needs to get sorted out in the outside world that's been being worked on, but I feel like there's some stuff that's just getting done and allowing the space and time and energy to be able to move forward there. Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, so there's a lot of unhappiness in their outside world, and that's what's kind of holding them back here. Unhappiness is frequently the result of an inability to live in alignment with the calling of our soul. When this happens, our uneasy and challenging emotions are an indication that we need to listen to ourselves. This card asks you to have faith and to trust. Get still, meditate, listen to the voice of your heart, and open yourself to receive guidance. Yeah, these challenging emotions and these challenging things in the outside world, I feel is like they're listening to a lot of other people. And this is them with that Seven of Wands energy too, is stepping back, going, all right, everybody, thank you for all your opinion, but I'm going to do what I want to do. And I like that. All right. So there you go, Nelia. That was your fourth donation that I totally skipped over. How rude. All right. So thank you again for that. All right. And then faith and love. You want to know, how does C feel about the conversation you just had? Did it help? All right. Let's take a look here. So how does it feel? Okay. And did it help? How did you feel? A lot of different emotions with the Seven of Cups. So a lot of different, a variety of emotions. So some things scared him, some things made him feel good, some things made him happy. And I just feel like the conversation, they just kind of a lot of emotions that are coming in here. And did it help? Yeah, Page of Cups. Page of Cups is like a heightened emotion. So I like that. We went from emotional confusion. I feel like after they got off the phone and kind of processed, I feel like it did help them feel happier, feel brighter, feel lighter, and more self love realization with your conversation. So, whatever you're talking about, hey, that's pretty good. I like that. All right. Oh, you like when I make impressions of the emojis? Too funny. Aw, thank you for your kind words there. All right, and then Kelly, can you get some messages and updates about your career work? It's been delayed, but want to know when you can make a move and things to look out for. Okay, let's take a look here. All right, thank you. No, that right there. Okay. All right. Well, you have the Lovers card coming in here, which is emotional choice and the power of emotional choice. And I don't know, you have the Page of Swords too, which is about new communication, but also new awareness. And I feel like this career work, it's been delayed on where you were wanting to head, but I feel like it's being delayed for a reason because the Lovers card is telling me, are you following your heart or are you following your mind? Like I supposed to or should, and like, well, this is what I need to do. Because I feel like the delay is happening so that you can take a step back and go, is this really what I want to do, or is it what I think I'm supposed to do? And because I feel like you have clarity that comes in, and maybe it doesn't have to be a complete change of direction, but a change of direction. And this is what's happening on purpose for you so that you can reevaluate and not leap into something and go continue down a road that it's just going to kind of take you off from where your heart wants to go because it feels like it's your mind is trying to guide and lead your life with that there. So that's what's coming in. Hopefully that helps a little bit there. But that is what they have for you, Kelly. So many blessings to you. All right. Yeah, and faith and love, I love that too. You heard the other day, instead of saying I have to go somewhere, that I get to. I also replace my to-do list with could-do list. And that gets my power back. Or instead of I should go to work, I could go to work, or I could not. And I also could be looking for a new job. So I love that. Thanks for sharing that. You talked about what's going on with him and what's been going on. Oh, very good. I'm very glad for that, faith and love. All right. All right. Again, so sorry to all of you who were waiting for free readings. I did not complete any free readings tonight except for um, my donations and my YouTube channel memberships. And I did not do any last night or this morning or tonight. And please know that it is challenging for me not to feel guilty about it. But please come back tomorrow. It'll make us all feel better. I will make sure tomorrow is a special day on Sundays where, as long as you put your question in there, and I posted about an hour before. So 10 a.m. tomorrow morning is around when I'll post, and you can jump into the chat and put your question early, and then all the way until 1 p.m. Mountain, as long as you put that in there. If I don't get to it in that session after I go spend time with my Praying Mantis members and eat, I come back on and we'll make sure that you get messages and answers from Spirit. So thank you for understanding and your patience. Donations are how I live. So it's my food money, And so I thank you for understanding, and know that I am deeply sorry that I didn't get to your readings, but please return. And then also, if you're interested in becoming one of my YouTube channel members, there's a link down below for that. And in the meantime, too, I posted a bunch at the beginning, but let me do it really quick here, too. Let's see here. We have 2025 energy forecast for each individual zodiac sign that you can get messages from Spirit for you about your whole entire year. We have solstice readings that are good from December 20th to March 20th. We also had an Aquarius new moon reading that came out this morning about this next 30 days-ish. There's also the Quest of the Wind Horse that can give you a lot of great tools and information on how to transform your mental energies. And if you want to try to get into a drawing to win a personal recorded reading from me, you can check out that video there. And also, we had a Zen Gate portal that talks about our energy and how we can master our energy. So, ton of content there, and even more on my main page. So, if you're interested, check those out and follow your heart. Spirit will guide you to get you some answers tonight, too, if you so wish. All right, everybody, I'm headed out. Much love to you. Thank you again for all your love and all your support. And remember, every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I say again, much love. You hang in there, take care of yourself, and don't forget to have fun. All right, we'll see you soon.